Well, I'll tell you right now, I am just about sick of it. I mean, I've had it up to here. I just can't take anymore. You may have guessed it, I'm talking about our ducklings. They're cute and they're cuddly, but they also make one of the biggest messes I think I have ever seen an animal make. I mean, you put fresh water in there and I mean, seriously, you give them like 30 seconds and it's all dirty and gross again. The feed, I mean, they're always making a mess on the feed. So we're getting them out of there. It's time to build a movable pen for right now, we're going to put the ducklings in and move it around the yard because they're old enough, they're big enough, they can go outside, it's warm enough. And then we'll move the chicks back in there when they get a little bit older here in another, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks. And that way our big chickens can kind of have a chance to see them, and maybe when we integrate everyone together, we won't have any big fights. As always, we're just gonna use scrap wood, whatever I can find laying around here. I guess this is kind of gonna be like a Salatin pin. It's gonna be kind of square-ish, and it's gonna be something, hopefully, that's light enough I can kind of move around the yard for the ducks. So in an effort to save money and to keep myself from running to the hardware store, I ripped a board, and I did a pretty terrible job at it, but for this project I think it will do. I'll put the nice clean sides where it's actually going to matter and show the world my ugly ripping job. Put the nasty mismatched sides on the outside. Alright, I've got my main frame put together. Here's the base, and then I've got the back, at least the supports there, framed up. We're gonna work on the sides, and then we'll work on the top. Hopefully the wind's not too bad, but this is the beauty of free-range birds. You can see they found their own dust bath and are taking care of it, so it's something I don't have to worry about. Kind of cool. You ladies enjoying your dust bath? It's a good day for it, don't you think? Go ahead, kick that dust up. Don't worry about me. Do your thing. There you go. Today is day 2 of the build, and I've decided to make a couple of audibles. First, I've decided to cut the pen in half. I'm doing this because I thought to myself, if you want to get to these chickens and ducks later, who's going to crawl under there to get them? Yeah, me. I don't feel like, maybe this is lazy. I just don't feel like doing that. If I make it this wide, right here it's like 3 feet wide, I can easily grab my ducks and chicks. I might have to move it more during the day, but I'm okay with that. The other thing is, I ran out of lumber, usable lumber, that was at least 8 foot long, because that's how long this is. So I bought some 2x4s. I spoiled myself. I haven't had nice, new, clean wood to work with in a while. So hopefully, I mean, this should go up really quick now that I have lumber, the exact dimensions that I need. Just slap it all together. But first, we have to cut this thing in half. I think it might be time for a new Sawzall blade. Always make sure that your power tool is unplugged when you're changing blades and such. Good to go. As you can see, we're coming right along. I've got the door on top here framed. I'm getting ready to put the metal sheeting on top, and then I'm gonna put chicken wire around the bottom, and then we're almost good to go. I have a waterer I'm going to try and build for the ducks as well, to try and keep their water a little bit cleaner longer. There she is. Right now I'm just gonna use a regular waterer for the ducks, but when I'm finished, hopefully tomorrow, they will have their own automatic waterer and their own personal wading pool to use inside here too. And it won't matter how much water they splash around because we're going to move them every day. They've got their own little pool. We've got some feed and some clean water over here, which I'm sure they'll splash out pretty quick. But hopefully tomorrow I can get a better watering system in here for them that'll last a little longer, give them nice clean water all day. The video that I did with the chores was actually from a couple weeks ago. They're pretty scared too right now. I don't blame them. They're pretty scared, but hopefully they find their pool of water soon and everybody's happy. I think that's all we've got for you today. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.